The thing that I was thinking about is that this format, this discussion that is developed here by Toastmasters, a panel discussion, do you feel that this type of communication vehicle could be used in all these little cities throughout Nebraska that have these honor flight people?
Oh, absolutely.
To bring out the meaning, and as we are receiving ourselves, the enlightenment of the, could this be a something that be replicated and duplicated? Again, maybe in essence a honor flight from the memorial back to North Platte and
sure.
the various towns. Do you think, would that, do you see?
Oh, absolutely, and Nebraska is a very patriotic state anyway, so there's a lot of recognition of veterans on Memorial Day and Veterans Day, of course, but I hear about different events that local communities do to honor their veterans, and particularly World War II veterans, and so this format absolutely should be encouraged for other towns to record the message from the veterans while we can, and so younger people can understand, because with younger people, and this is just human nature, but you know, a World War II veteran is just that old guy that takes a little longer to get his billfold out at the grocery store or at the post office or whatever, or driving slowly down the street when you want to go 80.
With the blinkers on.
With the, yeah. But they have no clue what these gentlemen went through when they were 18, 19 years old. I mean, World War II, I mean, they just have no idea.
Do you have a record of the people that went on the flights in the towns where they were served?
Oh, yeah.
Would it be, since the unveiling of the monument was on the 29th of April in 2004, 7 years ago, and it was made public on Memorial Day weekend, is it a possibility that this format, a discussion format by Toastmasters, and would it be a good thing to communicate with those communities that have these honor flight people to come together like this at a American Legion or church or some group of how would we go about contacting those communities?
I think the easiest way would be through their small town papers. Would probably be the simplest way of a press release to the small town paper. We could work up something on that.
Would we start it with North Platte?
North Platte is a very good town. I spoke out there at the Fort McPherson National Cemetery near North Platte last Memorial Day. Have you ever seen that cemetery? That looks like Arlington.
Yeah.
On Memorial Day, it was beautiful, all decorated. That's that National Cemetery at Maxwell, actually. And so Yvonne and I went out there, and there were over 50 honor flight veterans from the North Platte area. They're in their red shirts in the audience that day. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so that's a great area. Yeah.
I think that I'd like to ask the people here that as any of you or veterans that have been to see the monument or the memorial in Washington. Brad?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else? Brad, would you like to comment a little bit on your experience and your feelings when you saw this for the first time?
Oh, sure. My dad was a veteran, and so there's a slight connection. He was in England during the Korean War. So he wasn't involved with World War II, but nonetheless, having the veteran or the military connection, I was just in total awe, of the sacrifice that these people, gentlemen, both female and male, gave to our country, and just trying to kind of sit, walk in their shoes and try to realize or put myself in that place, on the battleground, fighting for your country, on foreign soil. I just couldn't fathom, what that even would feel like. But it really wasn't until I was in the midst of the memorial that I really, grasp that, or really put myself, or try to put myself in those shoes. It was a very humbling experience, a gorgeous monument and memorial to the people involved who gave their lives for us. It was just, it was an experience I've never had before. Just being in total awe of a symbol that will always be with this country and all of us, as generations go on. It was great.
Thank you, Brent. Anyone else been to the memorial? I would like to ask just all of them, and any questions that you would like to ask the panel, or Bill and Charlie and Ray, about your thoughts on the war, and also about the memorial, and some questions you might want to ask that we haven't covered.
Okay.
Terry?
Bill, you said you were 60, so am I. Okay, so we're the same generation.
Yep.
I went to the Vietnam Veteran Memorial 20-some years ago, and it was kind of a humbling effect where they always see the picture of the person putting their hand up and bowing, and it really was, because you thought about the people that you knew that didn't make it. Did you see that kind of an emotion with the World War II veterans when they went to the World War II?
Yeah, it wasn't all. It all wasn't backslapping and having a great time here. There were some gentlemen. It was difficult to even walk in there, and there were guys who passed on the opportunity to go on the honor flight because they don't want to dig that stuff up. It's all been tamped down, and they didn't want to have to relive it. So there were guys that passed on the opportunity, but it was emotional. Not only with the World War II Memorial, but see, we also went out to Arlington for changing of the guard, Tomb of the Unknowns. Well, if those of you that have seen that is something that everybody should see, and that's as emotional as anything. And we would stop at Korea, and the Korea Memorial, I think, is outstanding. If you see it at night, with those soldiers walking through that rice paddy, I mean, it is something to see. So, there were other experiences in Washington. Then we would drive around so they could see the Capitol up close and just get a quick view, because we were in and out same day.
I see.
I mean, we were serving breakfast on the airlift. We had breakfast at 3 a.m. I don't know about you folks, but there's nothing I enjoy more than a 3-day-old bear claw at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I never even got a bit tired on the whole trip, and it was 26 hours, I think, we were gone.
It's funny he says that, because everybody always says, "I'll bet these old vets, I'll bet they all sleep on the way home, huh?" Well, the joke goes that on the way home, the veterans have gotten younger, and the helpers have gotten older. And plus the fact, on most of the flights, they got free drinks, so some of these guys are about half silly by the time we show up.
Free drinks, I remember that.
Second flight.